Good morning, everyone. My name is Angela Goodchild, and I'm the Vice President of Service Delivery. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the breakout session for employers. Today's breakout session is going to focus on some of the ways you can use your pension plan to support your business goals. We hope that by the end of today's session, you'll learn more ways that you can be proud of the pension that you offer to your employees. Before we get started, I want to acknowledge you, our employers, all 370 of you. Thanks to you, more and more Canadians are getting access to a defined benefit pension in retirement. Over the 10 years that I've been with CAT, we've experienced unprecedented growth from where we began as the pension plan for the 24 Ontario colleges. We now count among our membership a number of nonprofit agencies, and we have members in every province. On this slide, you can see a few of our new employers who have recently joined us. Ultimately, our growth is for the benefit of our members, your employees, who count on a strong, sustainable pension plan to achieve their retirement income goals. Based on the last annual survey, we learned that 98% of you trust the plan, feel that the plan has a sustainable model, and are confident that pensions are secure. So I want to take a moment to thank you for putting your trust in your pension plan and let you know how excited I am to see CAT continue to grow and evolve. Okay, let's dive in. Over the last 30 years in the pension plan, I've decided to pursue my own retirement dreams starting this June. Troy Whetstone is our new Vice President Employer Experience. He'll work along Sunny Kindriat, who is now the Vice President of Member Experience. Together, they'll ensure a seamless service delivery to employers and members. Now, first up on today's agenda, Mary Diraction, our Director of Employer Services, will sit down with Troy to chat about his background and his experience. And then Mary will join Lisa Burgess, Director of Employer Experience, to share some of the resources CAT offers that will help you achieve your business goals and be proud to offer a pension to your employees. Then Lisa and Troy will finish up by answering some of your questions. Please submit your questions on the left-hand side navigation, and we'll answer them as time permits. After this breakout session, you won't want to miss some special announcements during the fireside chat with CAT CEO Derek Dobson. So be sure to stick around. Now, without further ado, I'm going to pass the session over to Mary and Troy.
Thank you, Angela. Hello, everyone, and welcome, Troy.
Thank you, Mary. It's nice to be here.
So, Troy, we want to learn more about you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, Mary, I have over 25 years of pension administration experience, formerly with the Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan, where I last led the employer team. In 2021, during COVID, I joined CAT heading up the member services team. You could say with this new role, I'm going back to my roots and focusing in on the employer experience. Outside of work, I spent a lot of my free time as a Hockey Canada official, instructor, and a supervisor. I currently sit on the North Toronto Hockey Association Board of Directors as chair of the House League. One thing that being a hockey official has taught me is how to listen, work as a team, and communicate very effectively.
Excellent. So, Troy, what are your goals as VP of Employer Experience?
Well, in this new role, I'll be responsible for leading the CAT Employer Experience teams. Our goal is to enhance experience through ongoing process and technology improvements. As Angela previously mentioned, CAT Employers base is growing rapidly. We want to ensure that as we continue to grow, we continue to respond to the needs of all of our employers. This means really listening to you, understanding your perspective when it comes to administering the plan, implementing the plan changes, and completing transactions timely. So my goal is to be your partner and work with you toward our ultimate goal, helping your employees prepare for a successful financial future.
Excellent. And maybe, Troy, you can give some examples of the type of supports you're envisioning that you and your teams will be providing to employers.
Great question, Mary. So right now, we're helping some of you plan for organizational changes that may lead to early retirement programs. We're working closely with our employer experience team to organize education sessions for your employees. When it comes to automation, we recently implemented some new enhancements in My Pension. We're really focused on developing the portals to reduce the need for those paper and forms that you've been completing. For example, retirees will have access to their T4As and COLA letters in My Pension. Soon, they'll be able to confirm their pension. We're also currently working on the ability to retire online. You and your employees will be able to track the retirement in PAL and in My Pension. We're also talking a lot internally about payroll-based reporting for more employers and what that might look like for employers that currently report on an annual basis.
That's great. There's a lot of change, and maybe you could tell us a little bit more about some of the goals that you're aspiring to improve the employer experience.
Well, what we would like to do is ensure that you continue to be satisfied with the services that CAT is providing. We know from the 2023 annual survey results that 94% of you are satisfied with the services that we provide, and that's up from 80% in 2022. 96% of you also indicated that our services meet your needs. We want to keep up these great numbers by actively listening to you.
By saying listening to you as employers, what do you mean exactly?
Well, our annual surveys are traditionally the way for us to get feedback, and we're running the survey again this year. So when you receive the email with the survey link in the next little while, please take some time to complete it. It takes no more than 15 minutes for you to share your insights on how we can improve our services to you. In addition to the annual survey, last year we launched CAT's Insights Panel for employers. By joining and answering some of the short surveys and polls, you can play a key role in shaping the future of the plan. You can find all those details out about joining the panel on the session's handouts. I'm also hoping to have the opportunity to talk to many of you directly. Our leadership team is working on scheduling time to meet with you and talk about your organization, your challenges, and how we can help. Look for an invitation soon.
Feedback is definitely important to us. So thank you, Troy. Just one final question. What is it that you're most proud of?
Oh, Mary, there's so many reasons to be proud to be here at CAT. During my time in member services, we've evolved so much in terms of scope and services that we offer. I feel proud of the portal evolution here at CAT, and guess what? CAT is continuing to make it even better. Earlier in my career, my first project that I worked on was payroll-based reporting, PBR. CAT has started this process, and I'm proud of the team working on it and the journey ahead of us. I'm sure you too will feel proud about it in the future. I joined CAT 1 month short of completing 25 years at my previous employer. I was excited and energized about what CAT is doing and how this organization is expanding and evolving what a pension plan can offer. I'm really proud of that decision.
Excellent. Thank you, Troy. And we certainly, it's great that you're here at CAT and now you're heading up the employer-facing teams. I'm so excited and looking forward to working with you.
Thanks, Mary.
So now I'm going to welcome Lisa Burgess to talk a little bit about recruitment. So for the next 10 minutes or so, we will speak to the key ways that you can leverage your participation in the CAT pension plan to support your organization's objectives and really be proud of the pension that you offer to your employees. So with that, over to you, Lisa.
Thanks, Mary. Good morning, everyone. Today, Mary and I will talk about 2 of the ways you can leverage the CAT pension plan to support your organization's objectives and be proud to offer a pension to your employees. You may have seen our poll questions in the agenda and the live stream screen. You'll also be able to answer the questions during the presentation. One of the key risks facing companies today is demographic risk, as a whole generation of Canadians are retiring from the workforce. As a pension plan, we get asked all the time, how do organizations attract highly skilled workers and keep up with their business objectives when so many workers are retiring? One of the most recent episodes of our Contributors podcast featured Stephen Poloz, former governor of the Bank of Canada. He believes that offering a defined benefit pension like CAT is a powerful differentiator. Organizations like you that offer a defined benefit pension plan are poised to win the marathon for talent. The numbers support the fact. The Canadian Public Pension Leadership Council, or CPPLC, found that 73% of Canadians consistently show a preference for predictable, inflation-adjusted lifetime retirement income. That's the basis of defined benefit pension plans like the CAT plan. But according to Statistics Canada, only 26% of Canadians have access to a defined benefit pension like CAT. And given the choice, almost 70% of Canadians would take a slightly lower salary if they could have any pension or a better pension. We heard that from a study of one of our peer plans held last year. This confirms what Stephen Poloz said and what we believe here at CAT. Canadians of all ages see the value of pensions and are willing to pay for them if given the opportunity. It's all well and good to talk about what Canadians want, but we also want to make sure we understand what our members, your employees, want. Every year, we run our annual member survey to ask your employees how they feel about the pension you offer. Can you guess how many of your employees said a workplace pension is an important factor when deciding to join an employer? Is it 33%, 87%, 59%, or 78%? Some of you got it right. The correct answer is 87%. Almost 90% of your employees who are members of the CAT plan said the opportunity to participate in a workplace pension was important or very important to them in deciding to join an organization. Not only can you feel proud to offer a defined benefit pension, something rare, something sought after by Canadians, and which helps ease the worries, stress, and concerns of the workforce, but you can also use it to your competitive advantage in the marathon for talent. And we can help you use it. At last year's conference, we did a demo of the recruitment toolkit and the resources you can download to promote the CAT pension to your candidates. Based on feedback from you, we've updated and relaunched the toolkit this year. We've made it easier and more streamlined to use, just one page for you and one page for you to share with your candidates. There are many ways you can use the toolkit to capture the attention of potential candidates. For example, adding this badge to your recruitment materials and career sites to capture their attention, using pre-drafted key messages to use in your job postings and at recruitment fairs, using our prepared social media copy in your LinkedIn posts, and we're working on new resources to share this year. Like this pin I'm wearing right now. Pretty soon, you'll be able to get one of these to use during interviews and job fairs to identify you and your organization as proud pension partners. But we get it. You're busy with the business of recruiting. So if you find you don't have time or want some support, we're here to help. We want to make sure you and your HR teams know how to make the best of the recruitment toolkit. You can now book 30-minute customized sessions with us. We'll review your public-facing careers page or your LinkedIn page and make recommendations for effectively using the toolkit resources. Our experts will share best practices to showcase the pension to candidates and answer any questions you have. You can book your session now by emailing Deborah on our communications team. Her email address is deborah@catpension.ca. With that, I'm going to turn the presentation back over to Mary to talk about another way you can be proud to offer a pension that's good for your business.
Thank you, Lisa. And hello again, everyone. So Lisa provided us with some great insight on recruitment. I will now shift gears and talk a little bit about retention. Retention is something we hear a lot about from employers like you. We realize turnover is a real risk to your bottom line. And the employee departures have a high cost, both in terms of recruitment, training, onboarding, as well as the impact on employee morale and productivity. We've seen reports that show costs of replacing an employee to be as high as 150% of their salary, depending on the role. And that doesn't take into account the loss of valuable institutional knowledge. Some of your employees are even looking over the fence at other job opportunities or are being actively wooed by your competitors. And so the question is, can offering a pension help with your workforce retention? Well, we think the answer is yes, but we want to be sure. So in order to do that, we turn again to the results of our 2023 annual member survey. Do you know what percentage of your employees who are also members of the pension plan believe that having a pension is a factor in staying with you? Is it 30%, 50%, 70%, or 90%? I'll just wait for the votes to come in. Looks like it's a little bit of an even split. And so the correct answer is 90%. 90% of your employees consider having a workplace pension to be an important factor to remaining with you. So the answer is yes. Your employees are saying that a workplace pension is a key role in retention. So we heard what members think. We also wanted to know what you as employers think. And as Troy mentioned a little earlier on, last year we launched the Insights Panel for employers, and that's a tool to help us capture your feedback throughout the year. And so recently, we used that platform to ask you a question about retention. And here's what we learned. So 83% of you said that you experienced a benefit to employee retention from offering a defined benefit pension. And 91% of you said offering a defined benefit pension has enhanced your reputation. So although we have a little over 40 employers who are currently joined so far, we believe this is a solid point for us to start from. And if you want to share your feedback on topics such as this, we encourage you to join the panel, and you can learn more about the Insights Panel in the session handouts. You may be wondering, how exactly can a pension help with retention? Well, we have some statistics on that. The National Payroll Institute estimates that the average Canadian worker who is financially stressed spends about 30 minutes each workday thinking about their finances. And then on the flip side, a recent survey by CPPLC found that workers who have a defined benefit pension and understand how their benefits work experience reduced stress, improved engagement, and productivity. So the pension you offer reduces the worry about saving and investing for retirement, and this nurtures the overall well-being of your employees, which in turn has a positive impact on retention. We also know that members who engage with the pension with us value the pension that they have. So we're constantly evolving our services to provide members with different ways of engaging with the plan. And it all starts with our website. We encourage you to download the PDF session handouts that we have prepared for you containing this valuable information. And also, our social media channels are a fun way for members to engage on pension topics. Kat is active on Instagram and LinkedIn, and our pages are a great source for pension facts, And don't forget, our YouTube channel is where all of our informational videos can be accessed. So in addition to housing valuable information for members, CAT's website also is a great tool for you as a participating employer. Since all you need to do is visit the employer section of the site and click on Employer Resources, and there you will find material you can share with your employees or use for your internal communication. For instance, there's a fact sheet that you can distribute to your employees electronically or in a hard copy format to demonstrate the value of their pension. We have a postcard that you can access and hand out at wellness fairs. And we even have speaking notes that you can use with your part-time employees who want to learn more about DB Plus and joining the pension plan. So many of these resources were requested by you. And so please keep your ideas coming. We're listening and we're eager to provide you with more useful and valuable resources. So now I'm going to be joined by Lisa and Troy, and we will answer some of the questions that you have. But before we move on to the questions, I wanted to draw your attention to the downloads and links that we have been referring to throughout this presentation. So if you scroll down just below the overview and speaker bios, you'll find the PDF document, and that contains all of the links and the information for members, and a one-pager, the resources for you as an employer. And that document contains links and the resources that we spoke about during the presentation. All right, so we've received some excellent questions from our audience, and I am going to start with this one. Someone has asked, I understand that CAT is planning to reduce the contribution rate by 1% in 2025, but are there any further planned reductions in contribution rates? Troy, would you like to take this one?
Sure. Thanks, Mary. So this question is referring to the contribution rate reduction from members and employers participating in DB Prime, and an increase in the annual pension factor that applies to members participating in DB Plus. So these improvements were possible because of the reserves that we've been building up over the last number of years and our move into level 5 of the funding policy last year. The funding policy guides the plan governors in making decisions about the use of reserves, which help keep the plan safe in the time of uncertainties. And it helps them determine the improvements that we can make while still keeping the long-term focus on the sustainability of the plan itself. So to answer your question, CAP follows a profit from members model. So when the plan does well, members do well. For now, I urge you to read the year in review and download the 2023 annual report to learn more about the funding. Both are available on our website.
Great, thank you, Troy. I see the next one, and someone is asking, can I move funds from another RRSP? Troy, would you like to take this one as well?
Sure. Thanks, Mary. Actually, this is one that we get quite often, and it's probably one that you receive as an employer as well. So I'm happy to answer this. It's actually part of some of the key innovations that we've been working on and in direct response to member and employer feedback. So in short, there is something underway. So stay tuned for when our CEO will share more during the fireside chat at 11:40.
Thank you, Troy. Let me just check. There's another question, and it asks, can employers join the Plan Ambassador program? Lisa, would you like to take this one?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Yep, anyone can become a plan ambassador. It's a great way to learn more about your pension and how important it is to life and to your community. So, plan ambassadors get access to exclusive content and resources, and they also get this stylish t-shirt for free, like the one we're all wearing today. So, we encourage you to become a plan ambassador and invite your employees to join as well. And actually, in March, we launched the Plan Ambassador Toolkit, and you can use that as a great employee engagement tool. And we've included the link to the toolkit and some ideas for how to use it in the session's handouts.
Now we are going into a little bit of overtime, but I want to squeeze in one more question. And Lisa, do you want to answer this? It's a question about the Insights panel for employers and how can I join?
Yep, I can provide more information on that, Mary. In a nutshell, it's a virtual platform for employers to provide input on new services. They get to test drive new resources and share feedback that will help shape CAT's future. When you join the panel, we'll send you short surveys and polls, and it's not a big time commitment on your part, but it'll have a huge impact. We use the feedback that we get to learn about your needs and how we can evolve and innovate the pension plan to meet them. And it's quick and easy to join. Just send us an email at contact@catpension.ca and we'll sign you up. And we've included instructions on how to sign up also in the session's handouts.
Excellent. Thank you. And that concludes our employer session. We are now ready to move to the fireside chat with CAT's CEO, Derek Dobson, to hear some special announcements. So please navigate back to the agenda and live stream on the left side of left-hand menu and access the fireside chat room. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of the day.